Lesson 5.6, quadratic formula again, but it's now with complex solutions. A complex solution is going to have imaginary in it. Remember we talked about how a complex number is like a, some real part plus something I. We did that when we FOILed with imaginary numbers. We added and subtracted complex numbers. We've done those and seen those before. But all you're doing is the same formula. So quadratic formula is x equals a negative of b plus or minus the square root of your b squared minus 4 times your a is 1 times your c is 37. All over 2 times 1. Okay, go ahead and put that on your calculator. 4 times 1 is still 4, so I'm not even going to put that in there. I get negative 144. A negative under square root automatically means I'm going to get an I. So this becomes negative 2 plus or minus 12i over 2. Then you're just going to divide and divide. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1 plus or minus 6i. That's it. Can't do anything else with it. Number 2, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times your a times your c, all over 2a. Oh. Got negative 144 again. Which becomes 12i over 18. 36 divided by 18, that's negative 2, plus or minus, but I need to simplify 12/18. Divide out of 6, so that'd be 2/3 I. So as long as you have your real part plus or minus your imaginary part. And then last one, make sure you get it set equal to 0 first. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of your b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. Okay, so what happens if I have something like the square root of 39? 39 is like 3 and 13. That's the only factor. So there's definitely no perfect square that can come out of there, but I can't leave a negative under the square root. So what's really happening is it's like I'm taking out a square root of negative 1 and leaving the square root of 39. So this would be negative 19 plus or minus I from the square root of negative 1, square root of 39 all over 4. They don't want your answer like this, so they want you to split it up into 2 fractions. So the first one is going to be this, negative 19 fourths, can't reduce, doesn't divide, plus or minus I over 4. You can put the square root of 39 after it, or I should say even you could put, there's so many different ways. You could put it like this, which looks weird to me. You could put it like this. It doesn't matter. It'll take it however. You could put it like this. I after. It doesn't matter. But the I needs to be either in the numerator or right after it. And they need to be split apart into 2 separate fractions so that you have your real part and then your imaginary part.